and I never dated a Christian before. And I fell in love with a guy, and he was like a youth guy, and I thought, oh, I'm going to reserve myself. And he kind of led me on, and, for a long time, and then told me he didn't have feelings for me. And I thought, well, then I don't believe in love, in falling in love. It must be a choice you make or something like that. If I'm supposed to be married, whatever. But then this guy started pursuing me after that, and he was a really cool guy. He's really smart. He's a Christian. He's funny, and I just didn't, because that guy had led me on and broke my heart, I realized I had done that to people before. And I realized I'm feeling the pain I've caused people to feel, and I'm never going to do this to somebody. I'm never going to lead somebody on and then break their heart, because that is enough to make me suicidal again. And that was the first time I felt suicidal since I got saved, when that happened to me with that guy. So whenever he began to pursue me, I didn't know how to say, I don't really have feelings for you that way. He's a great guy, but I just didn't feel in love, He continued to pursue me. I didn't know how to tell him no. And then we ended up sleeping together. I remember him kissing me, and I'm like, well, I thought you were Christian. We're supposed to make out now? I don't get this. I know how to make out, but, I don't, is that what we're supposed to do? So we just made out, I guess. And then eventually we ended up sleeping together. And I was so it was horrible when we slept together. I just, what I meant was I cried. It was horrible in my heart. My heart was so broken, like I broke my promise. I was like, and my mom had said something to me when I was younger, you sleep with somebody, you're married them. That's not true. The Bible says that, when the woman at the well, he met her, he was like, you married 5 people, and the guy you're living with is not your husband. So sleeping with somebody does not mean you're married to them, by the way, in case anybody believes that weird thing. So I thought the only way to fix my sin, I don't know why I didn't think to ask forgiveness, was to get married. And so I got married to this guy. Thought that, okay, well, I'm never going to fall in love anyway. I don't believe in that, so I'm just going to choose to love him. And in that process, I don't think that it was genuine in a lot of ways. But my heart, again, one day it was awake again for somebody that wasn't him. And I think the emotions, I was led by my emotions. And I didn't know anything about emotional purity, which I don't think that's anybody teaches that. I see people who are committed Christians that are married, and the husband and wife flirt with other people all the time. I see that. And to me, so in my heart, when that happened, I thought, oh, wow, my heart's waking up. Wow, I'm feeling in love. What do I do with this? And so I told my husband, I'm in love with somebody, and he was brokenhearted and ended up sleeping with somebody else. And so I'm like, well, I guess we'll get divorced, So we ended up getting divorced. And it was hard because nobody told me, nobody said to me, when you feel in love, it's a feeling that you can foster, or you can make it bigger, or you can make it smaller. That is actually something you can do. You can build it up, or you can make it smaller. It's something that you have to fight. You have to stand against. You have to say, this is a lie that's trying to steal my life, and I'm not going to fall for it. Or you can say, oh, this is what life's about, I'm going to follow it, because I always thought my feelings told me what was true, which is a lie, because your heart deceives you. And anybody who's fallen in love and had their heart broken can tell you, your heart does not tell you the truth all the time. It hurts when you follow your heart and then it lied.